Midnight was closing in. The streets were empty, swallowed by shadows. Ilara stood alone at the bus stop, shivering under the flickering light of a broken lamp. The silence was so heavy that she could hear her own heartbeat echoing in her ears. The bus should have come 20 minutes ago. She checked her phone for the 5th time. No service. The screen's glow only made her feel more isolated. Then faint footsteps echoed behind the stop. She turned sharply. Nothing. Just darkness stretching into the unknown. Suddenly, headlights appeared down the street. Relief washed over her, until she realized the bus looked wrong. Its windows were fogged, its paint peeling, and its signboard was blank, the letters long faded. The brakes screeched as it stopped in front of her. The doors creaked open and a foul metallic stench drifted out. Inside, the driver, Mr. Vane, sat hunched over the wheel. His face was hidden in shadow, unmoving. Without a word, he tilted his head, a silent invitation. Against every instinct screaming at her to run, Ilara stepped aboard. The passengers inside sat perfectly still. Their faces were obscured by darkness. At first glance, she thought they were asleep, but as her eyes adjusted, she froze. Their skin was stretched thin, their mouths frozen in silent screams, their eyes hollow sockets. They weren't alive. They weren't dead either. The doors slammed shut behind her. The bus jerked forward, rumbling down an endless road. Ilara clutched the pole, her knuckles white, as she looked out the window. The city had vanished. All that remained was a narrow path swallowed by mist, leading into the looming shadows of Blackwood Forest. The deeper they drove, the darker it became. Whispers rose from the passengers, low, rasping voices that seemed to crawl under her skin. Join. Stay with us, and her stomach turned. She stumbled back, desperate to leave, but the bus screeched to a stop before she could move. The doors creaked open. Mr. Vane didn't look at her, but somehow she felt his eyes boring into her soul. She had no choice but to step out. The moment her feet touched the forest floor, the bus vanished into the mist with a groan of metal. Now only silence remained. The trees around her twisted unnaturally, their branches like skeletal fingers. Every step she took crunched against the leaves, but another set of footsteps echoed behind her, perfectly in sync. She turned. Nothing. The forest was alive with whispers. A shape moved in the corner of her vision. Then another. Faces, hollow-eyed passengers, emerged between the trees. They didn't walk. They glided. Their mouths stretched open. But no sound came out, only the rasping hiss of the forest itself. Ilara stumbled backward, tripping over roots. She fell, her palms sinking into the soil. It was soft, too soft. She pulled her hand up, and with it came fragments of bone. Skulls, ribs, finger bones littered the ground beneath the dirt. Her breath caught in her throat. Her mind screamed at her to run, but her body was frozen. A cold hand touched her shoulder. She turned slowly to see one of the eyeless passengers inches from her face. Its voice seeped into her head like poison. "You are one of us now." She tore herself free and ran deeper into the woods. The forest seemed endless, each path leading back to the same clearing. The whispers grew louder, now chanting, "Midnight, route, midnight route." Finally she collapsed, gasping for breath. She looked up, and there it was. The colossal black bus hovered between the trees, its windows glowing faintly with a sickly yellow light. Inside, dozens of faces pressed against the glass, their mouths opening and closing in silent screams. The doors opened. A staircase of shadow stretched toward her. She wanted to run, but her legs no longer obeyed. Something pulled her forward, an invisible force wrapping around her body. Step by step, she climbed aboard. The moment her foot crossed the threshold, the bus roared to life. The passengers turned their hollow eyes toward her, and for the first time she understood. The bus didn't just carry souls, it collected them, as the door shut. Her reflection in the window changed. Her eyes were gone, her skin pale and lifeless. She was one of them now. And somewhere in the endless night, the midnight route rumbled on, searching for its next passenger.